Nothing lasts forever, but look at just how defective a cheap clear coat turned out to be after I applied it a few short months ago. One economic quarter. So, after being laid off from my job, I thought I'd retain the Protestant work ethic I developed over the summer. So I'll put an extra 2 base coats and clear coat done right this time. I turned this into this. Now, is it perfect? No. Is it close to perfect? Nope, that's rich. If you're looking for a proper tutorial, I don't want to waste your time, but you're still going to learn a thing or two, even if it's about what not to do. I will try to enlist professionals for polishing, so stick around to see how that turns out. I set up the pins for them to knock down. The sides seem to be fine for the most part, but the horizontal surfaces, namely the hood and the trunk, are just abysmal thanks to all the dust exposure in this alley. I first used 400 grit sandpaper on some key areas, then went down all the way to 1500. Why 1500, you ask? Because that's what I had lying around from last time, and let me tell you, the residue it picked up from the shoddy clear coat probably turned it into like 1 grit. Before starting, I corrected this part of the roof frame with a splash of black paint to cover up the excess glue that was on there. My spray distance for the first coat was 3 or 4 inches. Then on the second, I held it about a foot back. I know rattle cans are disgraceful, so you don't have to be sarcastic in the comments section. I've got my reasons for what I'm doing.
Yeah. Motherfucker. What's up, gangsta rap?
As you can see on this label, professional use only. So I'm gonna try my best to be professional, you know? Not say or do anything too unprofessional. Keep things ethical, no harassment and what have you. 2K does not mean 2000, it's actually German for 2 component. You gotta give it a good shake and break the seal to mix in a catalyst and continue shaking for another 2 long minutes. This 2K stuff is seriously hazardous. That's why I'm using a half-mask respirator.
This'll make me the most most dangerous man in the country.
This also means if you're bald and we're thinking of putting it on your bald dome, that is a bad idea. ChatGPT told me I would need 1,000,000 cans. Seems to me that the only way to rationalize all the resources being dedicated to something so consistently incompetent is to say the main purpose of one's life was reproduction. But it could be said that it's actually the root word, production, and this technology is the son of mankind. The spoiled, good-for-nothing son of mankind, who is spoiled just for the sake of it. I bought 14 cans and only ended up using 8, for a total of 4 coats. The spray distance of 1 foot had me concerned that it was blowing away before making contact. So I sprayed much closer on the 3rd coat, which was an absolutely boneheaded move. Don't do this. Wet sanding and buffing sucks. Not just because it's tedious, but because the way I go about doing it, it's hard to tell whether I'm actually getting anything done. I don't know why I would spend over $1,000 on paint, but won't buy good microfiber towels. They say the key to a good paint job is patience, and that is true. I have to be patient until the day comes that I do this correctly. At a visit to the local wand wash place, I was faced with 2 concerning realities. One being the excess buffing compound everywhere that I had to remove with isopropyl alcohol. The other being that I had not waited long enough to be pressure washing the car. Thankfully, I had more paint to spare for this. The windshield trim is still in a sorry state, but that's a project for another day. It's got orange peel, banana peel, it's got drippage, it's got fish eyes, fish flies, you name it, but it's still the most eye-catching car on most streets. Make sure to watch part 1 if you haven't already, and if you have, check out my other videos. There is a dense measure of life in every production guaranteed. Hi there, I was curious about your rates for paint correction. I painted it with Rattle Cans.
Okay, is there a clear code on it?
Can I put you on hold for a minute?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you for your call. We are either on another call or away from the desk.
Yeah, if you can bring it in, then I can better give an estimate because I don't know what you're talking about, how bad the paint is.
I'll pay double, triple
how
what
much
you're
wet
asking.
sanding will be needed.
See what I
money's
can
just
tell.
as good as
Sometimes
anybody
you
else.
can't really
Yeah, I understand that it's a challenge to deal with that.
Because you can burn through it pretty quick.
I'm gonna cut you a check. It'll be fine.
I'm sorry, bud.
Hey, bud, listen up.
All right, Chief, you call me again, I'm going to call the cops.
Everybody turned down the job, citing that after polishing, it would leave their shop worse than when it entered. I made it clear that I would take full responsibility and not pursue litigation, but it was no use.
Coming up next.
I'm still not done with this. We're gonna put a zebra pelt on the roof. We're gonna put alligator skins on the upholstery. And we're gonna put the finest antlers money can buy on the headlights.
Hi, my name's Stuart Blackwater.
I'm a purveyor of exotic animal pelts.
I flew here from Jumanji for this job. I own a 9-foot-long elephant rifle. I own a 9-foot-long elephant rifle.
You ready to take some measurements?
Yes, sir. I'll start with the undercarriage.